Hello everyone, welcome back. This is RandoGEEK. So we have some big updates regarding Verizon. Looks like their chief communications officer, Jim Garassi, will retire after 37 years in the wireless industry. That's a really long time to be doing this. So here's what's going on. So retiring effective January 9th, 2024. There's no mention of a successor just yet. They are looking for someone. My guess, they're going to try to bring someone in with a fresh new pair of eyes, someone, obviously younger, maybe with a combination of skills, maybe in social marketing as well as the wireless industry, and just an overall good technology resume. That's my guess. But a little backstory about Jim. He started at 9X Mobile in the summer of 1986, they're saying. He wasn't exactly a big fan of mobile phones back then, didn't really know much about it, didn't have any experience at all. It wasn't until he was actually, I guess, at a holiday party or a holiday event that he was hanging out with a friend, and basically his friend told him about working for 9X. He apparently had no idea what 9X was, didn't have any experience at all. So he asked his friend, what do they do at 9X Mobile? What would I do there? He says that they work on making car phones. So, he laughed and he thought it was silly. We all know how big car phones were back in the 80s, right? They were huge, and into the 90s and so on. So, his friend got him into working for 9X Mobile, got his foot through the door, and the rest was basically history. He started to like it. He got smarter at it. He's in a high position now, so he gained a lot of experience and whatnot. So it looks like what really happened here is, he's seen a lot. He's been through a lot of mergers, and looks like, as the article says, like most surviving wireless operators today, Verizon is the culmination of several mergers and acquisitions over the years. Now, Jim Garassi was part of one of the largest mergers that formed Verizon. This was when AirTouch and Bell Atlantic Mobile got together in 2000. Jim was a part of that merger that led, basically created the Verizon wireless brand. And Jim was on board ever since then. So a lot of changes happened throughout Verizon since then. We had Hans Vestberg in 2018, Lowell McAdam in 2012. So a lot of big changes. So Jim is basically going to be saying goodbye. Apparently he's been commuting 200 miles weekly, they said, between Verizon's headquarters in Basking Ridge, New Jersey, and from his home where he lives in Saratoga Springs, New York. So huge commute for him. Can't wait to retire, basically, is what it looks like. He'll be spending time with his family, his friends, and probably just spending a whole bunch of money and living out the good life, right? He's worked hard for a long time, being in wireless communications for 37 years. That's a really long time. So he has a lot of experience to pass on. My guess, like I said, they're going to go for a fresh pair of eyes. Like I said, somebody with, multiple qualities that can hopefully lead Verizon in an upward direction. Last couple of months, 6 months or so, we've seen a lot of changes for Verizon. Me personally, I've seen a turnaround. I think many of you will agree you've seen that as well. 6 months ago, there was a lot of uncertainty. I did a number of videos, very confused about the direction of Verizon, didn't think it was going to be good. So we're starting to see some positives. We're starting to see that they're hiring some new people with some fresh new experience that want to see Verizon do better. And they're starting to, put those skills to use, utilize it, and lead Verizon in a better direction, if you ask me. This is a time-sensitive thing, but at the same time, it takes time to do so. It can't be rushed, right? The right people have to be in the right positions. The right minds have to get together and come up with good solutions, plans that are affordable for the company as well as consumers. So I think that, Jim has done his time. He's led the company in the right direction for a while, but it's time for someone new to come in. I think this can be very good for Verizon. Hopefully, right? I mean, we can get somebody that does worse, But we want to say that hopefully whoever they're going to get will hopefully be better for Verizon. So we can always look forward to that. Like I said, no announcement of who they have in mind. It will certainly be somebody from outside of Verizon. Like I said, they're going to want to get somebody new, probably with a lot of experience in different areas. That's something that they did with Leslie. She has experience in different areas, working for different companies, social media, wireless. My guess, they want someone similar to that, because that's the direction that the world is in now. You need to know a little bit about everything in the technology space. Verizon is, a wireless communications company, but they certainly need someone with experience in the social media world and different aspects of technology, because there's a lot of things that Verizon utilizes their networks for. It's not just everyday consumers making calls to and from their family or friends. There's large businesses and army bases and other massive technology companies that want to utilize the Verizon network. So having the right people in position will be very beneficial for Verizon and the growth of their company in the future. So they got to make sure who they get is the right people, basically, in short terms. You got to put the right people in the right positions. So I'll leave it at that. Thank you guys so much for stopping by and watching. We'll catch you in the next one. Bye for now.